Right, hi everyone, I'm George, this is Neve, and our project was Learn to be an Alien. So we were tasked with producing a 3D editor that lets you build an alien creature, which then learns how to interact with its environment. So we decided that in order to keep our project scope reasonable, that the behavior we wanted our aliens to learn was walking. And since our clients were from a game studio, we saw our project as being a tool for game development, allowing a designer or animator to build an alien and then automatically generate physically driven movement behavior for it. So that also meant that our editor had to allow us to create reasonably complex aliens and that they had to be able to learn how to walk in a reasonably short time frame. So our plan was for a single application with three main components: an editor that lets you build an alien, a way of training that alien to walk, and then a simulator to view the results.
So for the editor, we needed it to create creatures that you could imagine being in a game, so like a spider or a worm or a quadruped. And it needed to be quite easy to make. So for each of the limbs on the creature, you needed to control the size and the rotation and the angle so that you could create lots of different types of aliens that would be useful in the game. It also needed to be easy to use, so we added the ability to have ghost limbs and ghost bodies so you can see what you're doing. Symmetry, so you can put multiple limbs at once and save some time. And also the ability to delete limbs if you make a mistake. And by the end, we were able to make some quite cool aliens. So here is a zebra that we made. Once the alien had been made, it was time to train it. So we took the alien and used an evolutionary neural network to teach it behavior. So its goal was to walk as far as it can in the X direction. So the initial generation would do some random behavior and we would give it a score based on how far it walked. Then we would put this into the neural network, it would do some evolution and go towards an optimal behavior. We needed to train as quickly as possible, so we had 8 aliens simulating concurrently, which always maxed out our CPUs. And each alien is simulated for 20 real seconds, but this was sped up quite a lot, so it took 1 or 2 seconds to complete an entire generation. And the success was varied. It depends how good the alien was, as I hope some of you saw in the demo session. But if you created a fairly sensible alien, it could be walking in about 100 generations, which was quite cool. Now, we did these simulations in training without any rendering to make it as fast as possible. So we needed a way to be able to see what happened. So for this, we created a simulator. And here it will be displaying its best generations so far. And in the corner, you can see how its fitness has improved over time. And in the other corner, there is a log every time the fitness increases. And you can click on it so you can see previous generations and how good they were. When you click Stop Simulation, it will save the training, which means you can move it and work on another computer, a better computer, and train even faster.
So one of the problems we had with our project initially was that rolling seemed to be an optimal behavior for pretty much any alien we built. So we considered penalizing aliens for turning on their heads, but in the end we were able to solve the problem by limiting the maximum rotation of the joints, which gave much more realistic limb behavior. So another problem we had was that the aliens learned quite slowly. So an alien might learn to take 1 step after 100 generations, but it would take another 100 generations to take 2 steps. So we solved that problem by providing an extra input to our neural network with a sine wave to encourage periodicity, i.e. giving a more regular walking motion for the alien. And the results were pretty immediate. Suddenly our aliens were learning to walk within just a few minutes of training. So all that's left to say is thanks to our clients, Matt and Eddie from Frontier, and thanks to everyone else for listening.